Hello to all of you, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture. I hope you still enjoy our episodes and our show to talk about Polish culture in English. And this more is Polish, how to promote and to sell Polish culture, because with me is a true businessman, Michał Leszek. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And since already you have a huge success with your brand, Kruger and Mats, then we can continue a little bit with the topic how to sell Polish art and Polish music. We've talked about this fact that we have many great artists, many great, and even in pop music, but they are not that popular. And you said that brutally it is like this, that you have to spend a lot of money on marketing to get a success. Why is it so?
Well, you need to have a more or less a specific plan on how you would like to reach a success and what success is, right? There are a lot of Polish artists which are very successful in Poland. Of course, we are talking now about how we can take the Polish culture and promote the culture all over the world, which would be very nice. As well for the artists as well as for our nation and Poland itself. But of course, this takes time and this takes money. Of course, this takes talent, but we have talent in Poland. We have talented people. Those people who showed their talent in terms of the Polish market, whether it's small market like jazz Polish music or whether it's huge Polish market like pop music. We have some great people doing the great stuff and composing and performing really, really good. But if we want to have a success, international success, we need to plan this. We need to think about how we can achieve that. And for sure, singing in Polish is very limiting in terms of what we can do internationally. And actually, the other way around, singing in English in Poland is limiting in Poland. So that's kind of how I think that those people are thinking, that it's better to sing in Poland and win in Poland than sing in English and don't win internationally. Because international market is really difficult.
Such a competition.
Yeah, huge. For sure. In terms of pop music, if you win in Poland, you're good.
Yes,
you're good. You're doing great, and you have your money to live your great life. And I think a lot of Polish great pop artists actually achieve this kind of success, financial success, that enables them to live well and to make the music as they want the music to be. We have more problems in those areas for sure in terms of instrumental music, like jazz especially, or whatever is now around jazz, because jazz it's a difficult word. That's another story. I won't get into that now. Because the market for this music is so small, because a lot of people just don't listen to jazz and they don't want to listen to jazz. The money for the promotion of those artists is very limited, right? To be successful in any market, whether it's music or electronics, as for my Kruger and Mats brand, it takes time, effort, and money for sure. We mentioned Chopin competition, and Chopin being one of the biggest and one of the best Polish brands ever created, and we are so lucky to have Chopin. It's just 50% of us, of Poland in Chopin. But anyway, we get a 100% profit for that.
It was a good investment.
It was a good investment, but we need to think about this in terms. We need to acknowledge the fact that we are putting Chopin in front and making Chopin as a brand for the last 100 years. Putting a lot of money and a lot of effort into promoting Chopin and Chopin's competition. This year's Chopin competition, I think I read in the newspaper that the budget of the Chopin competition was around or more than 20 million Polish zloty, which is a huge budget, right? We don't have this amount of money to promote Adam Bałdych or Leszek Możdżer or any other Polish great artist. I would say Łukasz Ojdana, fantastic jazz pianist of the new generation, who was playing in the last quartet with Stańko, late great, of course. But anyway, I mentioned Stańko, right? So we have a lot of Polish, especially jazz, especially jazz players who actually achieved quite a huge success in terms of the jazz genre in terms of this niche of music. Stanko was for sure one of them. Komeda was one of them. Komeda was, he died very early, but his music was very successful, especially because of the movies.
Yes,
he was making the movies,
right.
Later. But anyway, those artists, they became successful not because they stayed in Poland, but they went abroad. They made their career in States, or they signed for ECM Record, which is one of the biggest record labels in terms of the instrumental music, or Deutsche Grammophon. Current Polish artist Hania Ranin, she signed with, I guess, the Deutsche Grammophon, and I think one of her concerts on YouTube, which is an instrumental music, had like 2 million views. There are some great successes, but for sure, if we want to think about success, and success meaning big numbers in terms of views, in terms of people watching, people listening, people wanting to buy a ticket to the concert, we need to think about the target market, and we need to think about how we can address the target market with the product we produce. If you want to make your own art because you're an artist, it's great. It's fantastic. Just be aware of the consequences. We have absolutely amazing pianist in Poland, Dominik Wania. I mean, he's like from another planet. What he can do on the piano with just 10 fingers.
Yes, and this is the element that such a great quality, and selling it for the right price.
I would say,
and that's a mess.
You know, I was watching during the COVID period, which actually we are still in the COVID period, but anyway, last year I was watching Dominik Wania concert on YouTube, and there was like 13 viewers. Because you see the count of the viewers, right? It was YouTube or Facebook, whatsoever. You see, like, and the guy spent his whole life for the last, I don't know how old is Dominik Wania, but for the last 20 years, he was practicing 5-10 hours a day to be one of the greatest pianists I've seen. He's amazing. He's from another world in terms of what he can do on the piano. And he put an album which is really artistic, really experimental, really, for sure, he put his own soul and the capabilities and abilities. But there were like 13 viewers on this one. So, you know, it's very difficult. You need to think about target market, or you do your artistic thing, but you don't expect international success, because
of course, but all of us, we would like to Polish art to have international success, because, of course, this is like an organism. It goes one to the other, and we all would like to our Polish artists to have to be recognizable. So my conclusion is that right now we very strongly need to think about rebranding our Polish artists. So maybe we need more marketers, like people who do the marketing, than actually the artist, which is a strange conclusion after all. But stay with us for another episode of Berlin Daily.